Alright, today we have a fun experiment. We're going to try out drop C versus drop D. Is it really worth tuning down, changing your strings, all that, just to get a different tuning? I'm going to write a full to short demo song with some good metal stuff like cleans, some chugs, some leads. I'm going to be using the same guitar, this Ibanez FRM 350, the Paul Gilbert signature. I'm going to record the song in drop D, I'm going to change the strings and then do it again in drop C. So everything will be the same except the strings and the tuning. Same settings and same guitar. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by any of the brands shown in this video, so I'm not sponsored by Ibanez or anyone. And if you're wondering, the strings for drop D are the stock 10s that came on this, and the strings for drop C are 11s. So let's jump right in. Let's listen to the song in drop D first. So there you have it. That was the song I wrote, just some basic stuff to get an idea of how the tuning sounds in a metal context. Some basic clean arpeggios in the beginning, some chugs, some leads, a little metalcore-y thing. I am a fan of 2000s metalcore. So now that that's our bass line, let's hear how the song sounds with a different set of strings, again 11s, and tune down a whole step from drop D to drop C. Alright, so that was very interesting. I do have most of my 6 strings in drop C. I am a 2000s metalcore kid at heart, so I do like the tuning the most. I also appreciate the range, and I do like how it sounds. That being said though, I was pretty surprised. Comparing the two versions back to back, I kind of liked how the leads sounded in drop D. So basically when the song was in the key of D minor instead of C minor. And the chugs in drop D, they didn't really sound that bad either. They sounded pretty good. That being said, I did like how the chugs, the chords, all the rhythm stuff sounded in drop C better. And especially the metalcore part, I did like how that sounded in drop C. But maybe that's just my own biases. So let's go more in-depth now with some overall thoughts. I was pretty surprised with how good the drop D version sounded. Of course, I do like lower tuned guitars. I do have some 7 strings and some 8 string guitars. So it's interesting. While I did like the drop D version a lot, I didn't hate the drop C version. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't even think it was worse. It basically sounded different, which then brings up the question, do you even need to tune low? I'm sure we can all agree that you don't have to tune down necessarily to make heavy music, but tuning lower does make it sound different. So in that sense, it becomes subjective. Some people are going to like the version in D minor and drop D, and some people are going to like the version in C minor and drop C. So there's really no wrong answer here, and that might be the end of the discussion if we were just talking about how it sounds. But what about if you're the writer of the song? Maybe there'll be more to consider than just how it sounds. For example, if you're in a band and you have a singer, what's their vocal range? You need to be careful that you're not writing in a key that they're not really strong in singing at, because it's going to matter to the audience a lot if the singer can give a good performance. What about other guitarists? Are you guaranteed to have guitarists that will be in the tuning you want? Or do you need to write a song that's more accessible to many guitarists? Are you trying to write a hit song or a popular song that you want many guitarists to learn? Well, most players are going to be in standard tuning, so to that end, drop D is going to be easier to get to than drop C. So you could argue that then writing in drop D will make it easier to find filling guitarists, replacement guitarists, session guitarists. But what about if your bassists or bass players in your area only have 4-string basses? Well, same thing. Getting to drop D is going to be a whole lot easier than it will be to get to drop C on the 4-string, unless they're already tuning down low to begin with. But yeah, back to guitar and you, what are the other songs that you are playing? Like, what's your set list? Are you playing in standard and drop D, and then, oh, you have to drop everything, and it's time for the drop C song? Will you have to bring another guitar? Is that feasible? Maybe you're playing at home. Maybe you have to acquire another guitar. So, of course, you could use a pitch shifter. That would be a solution to be able to pick basically any key you want. That'll let you keep the same strings you have, too, and just change your tuning. Same kind of playing feel. Of course, if you're playing live or if you have a pedal board, will you have the room to put that pitch shifter? If it's an effect on your computer, does your computer have enough CPU or whatever to run it? Because all these plugins and stuff, they do add up. Will it add latency to your signal? Will that be frustrating? Just typical things you have to ask. So which one would I pick? Would I pick the drop D or the drop C? While the version in drop D did sound good, better than I thought it would, I don't think that's fully enough to bring me away from drop C. That's always going to be my favorite tuning. But this did make me think, and maybe in the future I will start writing more for standard tuning and drop D. So there you have it. Which version of the song did you like better? If you play in one of these tunings, was this enough to convince you to try the other one? And would it be feasible for your situation to be able to switch between tunings for different songs, for different feels, for different sounds? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you have any other thoughts on drop C, on drop D, comparing the two? You know, this is YouTube. I have to say all the YouTube things. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, print out every frame and mail it. Check out the Discord, become a member, check out the Patreon, do a backflip. And as always, peace.